How do we start it though? Just like that, hey? Hey, Daryl.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Daryl. Good to see you again. We're here. I don't know if anybody noticed or if you haven't watched our first episode yet, you can go back and see it. But when we were done
Yeah.
recording, Daryl had mentioned that it kind of looked like I might have looked like a kind of Disney character there with the way I had my discs set up. So in honor of that, I've come prepared with
There you
my
go.
R2D2 ears
That's
that I
all,
picked up.
that's almost perfect. Those discs,
And
they
actually,
look like they're just sitting on the shelf right now.
well, I'm not going to wear this the whole episode. I just thought you might get a kick out of that.
Okay.
Now, I know I threw this on you. We didn't discuss this. So put on your
Yeah.
thinking cap here and shoot some
Yeah.
holes in my idea.
The bit of a pause there was me taking a second to try and think the pros and the cons.
And all you can
I,
think of is how wonderful the idea is, right?
yeah, we'll end the episode there.
Yeah, no.
Or should I say, it could be partly my catchphrase? That I like your idea, but you're wrong.
Ouch.
I
So
don't know. I don't necessarily love the idea. I'm not going to say I hate it. I'm just
okay.
trying to think why I don't like it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Chain Out, the disc golf podcast for Canada. Nope, I'm not doing that one. I got lost.
I could feel you were like searching for words.
I'm like, I went way beyond the simple thing.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again. 5 seconds. It'll just be simpler. I think what it is I don't know what
Episode 3?
it's episode 3, but do I want to call it the Chain Out or Welcome to Chain Out podcast? Episode 3, I think.
Chain Out Podcast.
Yeah, okay. Because that's how we've got it labeled. So
yeah.
With you, I'm Jeremy, and with me as always is Daryl.
Hello, everybody. How's it going, Jeremy?
Going well, Daryl. How about you? How you feeling, buddy?
I don't know. Can you tell? My voice is. I'm not. I got that bit of a sexy Barry White voice going on, I think.
Oh, you say sexy Barry White. I was thinking maybe a little Phoebe Buffet smelly cat voice there. Podcasting energy that we've got is like a healing energy. That's what I'm going to say.
There you go. Yeah. Channeling my inner Phoebe Buffet.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Until then, Smelly Cat says, chain out.
Chain out.
There for it. But for me, I think what the difference is that if I have an errant shot at Nor'Wester, I'm going to hit a car. A car is pretty strong. My disc is going to bounce off it. If I have an errant shot at the hills, and
I know where you're going.
It's going to bounce off them, but it could do a lot more damage hitting a person. And I feel that those tight lines, I'd rather go onto a road and hit a car or hit a truck or something like that than hit an actual person. So that's what I'm going to use as my deciding factor of why I'd prefer to play Nor'Wester. Plus, Nor'Wester's going to have the longer distance, all the things that we talked about than the hills. But one of those things is I'd rather hit a car than hit a person.
That's a fair.
Hey everyone, welcome to Chain Out Podcast. I'm Jeremy, and with me as always is your favorite co-host, Daryl.
Favorite co-host?
Why, thank you, Daryl and Jeremy. I'm so happy to be on Chain Out Podcast with you and glad that you were able to invite me. I'm really excited to tell you a lot about I'm not the guest that you were expecting to have on the show tonight? How did you know?
That's the thing. So I had a huge mix, a whole bunch of different brands, but then I hold a Comet, and then I hold a Buzz, and then I hold a Wasp, or I hold whatever. Name your EMAC Truth or whatever.
Yeah.
They all feel a little bit differently in your head. It's not the same disc, even if it's virtually the same disc. If you hold an EMAC Truth and a Buzz SS or whatever you consider to be the same as that, it's not gonna in your head, it's not going to be the same disc. So
Yeah,
Right.
that's such an interesting way to look at it, Jeremy. I've never thought about that. I mean, I know I've spoken. Obviously, Tim said that at one point he had 7 Nate Sexton Firebirds in his bag, and they kind of explain it. Yeah, obviously, the more beat in the disc gets, the more understable it gets. So that's why they have that. But until Brendan just said it, then like not necessarily having the disc because it beats in, but just having it because it feels the same. You've got the same disc in your hand, you're throwing it, and it's that's kind of just hit me there for a second. So it feels like I've just leveled up in my disc golf knowledge now. That's the reason for having multiple discs of the same, because of the feel.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to get you to stop buying discs. I just want you to buy more of the exact same disc.
Yeah,
and then if it's wrong, you just have to buy more of a different disc.
You want to hear something? I hear there's a secret word on the street. I don't know nothing. But I hear the secret word is horse feeder. But you didn't hear it from me. Yeah, no. So who knows what's going to happen in the spring and summer? Maybe we might go down to 1 every 2 weeks. Maybe we'll
Don't
the quality
talk
will.
like that.
Who knows what's going to happen? I'm just preempted. I'm just kind of giving ourselves a barrier. What do they say? Under promise and over deliver.
Over deliver. I'm
There
just going
you
to
go.
over deliver all the time. You
Yeah,
like the
no,
weekly? We're giving you the weekly.
Yeah, you don't have to episode. All right, let's do it. What have you been up to? People don't want to hear our woes of editing. They just want the final product, and this is the final product. So what have you been up to?
It's easy for you to say, hey, yeah, I'm cool if women play. Oh, it's a women's event. I'm going to go out to this other course and play that weekend. Well, why wouldn't you just give that weekend up and support them?
That's such a good point.
I was thinking that same thing, Jeremy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know
Kristen makes total sense as well.
Kristen Swirls, I think, has an event coming up, right?
She's up first.
Yeah. She's up first. How many men are going to step up and spot? Like when I was in Crown Brook for Crush in 2022, we were flooded. Like the men were running the raffles, they were running the check-in, they were giving out, like passing the prizes to the tournament director, they were spotting. It was insane. Like we had so many men out there doing so many great things for the sport. It was just awesome to see the support. I had Crush here. We had guys coming out. We had families coming out. The moms were playing and the sons and husbands were helping. And I think it's really important. It's very easy to say, I'm okay with women playing. It's a little harder to give up your time to support women playing. And that's what speaks volumes. That's the true show of how much you really want them there. Does that, I guess.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm not calling anybody out in particular. I'm just saying from personal experience and noticing the necessity of needing men, especially, to walk the walk, just don't talk the talk.
Well,
I felt like that was just a light bulb moment that you just mentioned there, because when you were saying it, in my mind, I was thinking, well, it's a women's event, so they don't want that masculinity involved in it because they don't want, the men are here thinking that we can't look after the event. Like that was my mindset. But then when hearing you say that you want men involved because it shows that we're supporting, I looked at it from a different point of view, and I can understand now, actually we should be volunteering. And it's not like we're trying to take over. It's not like we're trying to say you can't run your own event. We're not saying any of that. It's just being involved and doing whatever needs to be done. Like you said, picking up litter, spotting, and anything that happens just to make the tournament run successfully.
And the best thing to do is just reach out to the female TD and say, I want to give up my weekend and help you out. What can I do?
Guess what, Jeremy?
What?
Now our listeners and viewers have a chance to enter their own competition because, drum roll please, we're announcing our first ever Chain Out podcast competition. Woo, 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 woo. It just sounds like we're a bunch of trains.
Our guest today is an Alberta FPO player. She is a personal coach with Fit Theorem. She is the captain of BR's 2024 ambassador team. She is one of the most positive and energetic people you will meet. She likes to go by the title Heiser Bomb.
Hang on, Daryl.
What?
I got to stop the intro, man.
Why? I thought you were doing a good job.
Well, when you have a great guest on like we do today,
right?
I don't think the standard intro is going to work. I think we need more.
More? How can you get? How can we go bigger than that?
I think we need a song, buddy.
A song? It better be a solo song.
Yeah, no, I was going to put you on the spot right away.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking more of a song. Yeah, are you ready for this? I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm working on this all
week. All week I've been working on this.
Okay.
All right. So this is a song inspired by the great Tom Jones. Here we go. High's a bomb, high's a bomb, high's a bomb hong. Not only can she throw it straight, but she can throw it long. High's a bomb, high's a bomb, high's a bomb hong. It's time to bring her on the show. So Daryl, if you're ready, let's go. So what do you think?
That's awesome. That's one of the best intros yet. I don't know how you're going to keep topping it, but the listeners demand that you top it each week. So you're setting the bar high.
Don't speak for the listeners. They may have said, don't ever do that again, Jeremy.
Exactly.
Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
That's right.
Hello,
Daryl
Jeremy.
and
Welcome.
Jeremy!
Welcome to episode 18.
Yes, episode 18. How are you doing, buddy?
I don't even know what to say.
Well, what whatever you mean? You're not liking my attire that I'm sporting today?
I felt like
Well, Miguel, with Daryl saying that, he's got a funny story at one of our local courses that happened to him last summer. So he was out playing on his own, and sometimes we think that people out on the parks and that just don't even know what a disc golf course is. So he's standing on the tee pad and he's looking straight out at the basket, and in between him, halfway between, there's a log, and there's a lady there, and she's taking some selfies and getting all her pictures for her Instagram and everything else. So he kind of is just sitting there waiting nicely, kindly. He's not going to throw. And she kind of looks at him and then sees he's there. So she's going to move and get out of the way. And she moves and proceeds to the disc golf basket so that she can use the disc golf basket to put her phone in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever had any things like that on the course when you've been out there? Any funny stories like that?
Well, the first time that I ever saw a basket, I was in somewhere in Ontario. I was playing a soccer match, and there was a basket behind me, and I didn't know what it was, right? So I looked over, and I was thinking, what could this thing be? So
Right.
I walked over, and I did like a full circle around it, and I was like, oh, it's probably a horse feeder, right? So I
Yeah,
went
fair
back,
enough,
and
fair
I was
enough.
like, I see the chains. They probably put the hay underneath,
Yeah.
and they, I don't know, tie their horse into one of the chains, and because it has so many of them, you can put a bunch of different horses in there, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. And then years later, when I came to BC, I was playing disc golf on Salt Spring Island, and somebody said like, oh, you don't supposed to play disc golf with the tunnel. There's a basket. And I was like, basket? What's a basket? They're like, oh, you got to go to Nanaimo. That was the closest basket that we had. And when I saw the thing for the first time, I was like, no, that's a horse feeder. They're like, no, man, that's a basket. So I can how the lady thought that it was the perfect tripod for her phone, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. And it
Well,
makes so much sense when you say that, because I can see how you would think that would be a horse feeder. It looks exactly like what I would think a horse feeder would be like.
What you...
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 56 of Around the Basket, Season 2. I am one of your hosts, Daryl, and this guy over here, Jeremy. How you doing?
Doing well. You know, exciting that Chain Out's at Season 3, but it's hard to believe that Around the Basket's at Season 2.
Yeah. It's hard to believe sometimes that we didn't start them both at the same time, but we got to remember that
at one point there was just Chain Out.
Well, there was a 2 hour and 45-minute episode. I can't remember. What do you think the longest? Did we have a 3 hour episode?
I think
of
we
Chain
did.
Out at one
I
point?
think that was Carrie Neal. I think that she holds the record for the longest episode.
Yeah, and that was kind of where Around the Basket was born out of, was just, how do we still talk about disc golf, but people don't feel bad for leaving us, I think, and how do we give the people who want more, right?
I'm still undecided on that. I still think that, because I know originally people were saying that 3 hours was a long time to tune in live for the podcast, which is fine. 3 hours is a long time. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? But sometimes most people listen to podcasts in bites. They listen to them now on their Walkmans or their
their Walkmans. Exactly. Their MP3 players.
Yeah, other Zunes are available.
Yeah.
No, they listen to them in the car. They listen to them on, whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah, whatever they're, however they get them, right?
Yeah.
They might tune in the wireless if it's broadcasting. Do you call them wirelesses?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, but
people listen to them in different places, and now it's very much so that you just listen, you stop, you get out, you do something, you come back, you pick up.
Well, I can see
there's two ways to it. There's the live version. Yeah, it's too long to listen to all in one go. But when we now put them out on social media, you can listen to it whenever you want. So it doesn't care if it's a 3 or 4 hour episode.
Well, and I think that's the thing is in the live version, it's one of those probably catch-22s is that you're listening live, you kind of are powering down because it is a lot of talk.
Yeah.
And you know that if you don't hang around, you may not come back and listen to the rest, right?
That's
there's there's a FOMO part there too, I'm sure of it. But in any event, we've got Around the Basket for people like our friend Kristen who wants to hear us talk a bit about more. So Kristen, how are you doing, by the way? It's great to see you.
Did you enjoy the Canadian Nationals preview?
Yeah, well, I know when we were talking about people who might already have a place booked, I think Kristen is in that boat, so she's going to be ready to head up there, which would be fantastic.
I know you said you were looking. Have you seen anything?
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's
the 10-person hot tub in the. Is that what we're doing?
Here's the thing. I know we're going to have this conversation on the Patreon episode because that's what it's for.
Okay.
Is what we're trying to figure out right now is, one, we have to get into nationals. And as much as we might be these world famous podcasters, we got to register just like anybody else does.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be, are we going to be 935 by February 22nd?
Not a chance.
No. So we might have a way in through sponsorship, and we would love to be able to support nationals if it can fit our budget would be the thing there. Hey. But with that being said, Daryl, what my thought is I've looked at some of the Airbnbs and the VRBOs, and we can do it two ways. Either way right now, if you book one, it is easy to cancel. You can cancel all the way up to like July 7th and not lose any money.
Right.
So it makes sense to book one.
Right.
But then the question to me is, do you book the one that's 2 bedrooms for the two of us and we've got a space to stay and hopefully maybe some space to podcast in that?
Yeah.
Or do we get the one that sleeps like 6 or 8 and has a hot tub and has a patio and all of those things, with the hope and the desire that we bring in together, people like Dylan or other people that
you're just
or Thomas Gilbert
and
or
Sophia
or you name it, and we put that out there and say, hey, we've got this big place, it's got a hot tub, it's got a pool table, whatever it's got. Are you interested in hanging out with the Chain Out guys for your week?
Hey, Sam's in the chat as well. Yeah, I know. And that's where I was thinking that you were going, was because that was one of your ideas, was to get a bigger place and try and get it to be like the pro stop.
Yeah.
Get the pros on, get them to come in.
And get any Chain Out listeners and stuff to come by and visit. Like, you have to be cautious, though, because I'm a very, what would you call it? You know me. I'm a very low risk. I'm a very of a person who doesn't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get kicked out of a place and be trying to find that. I don't want to be having a party. I don't want to be doing like a frat party in a place. I want the balance between being able to host people and not having to get out of hand.
Well, I think, you kind of look to see which place you're booking, right? If you know that you're going to book the whole house, then you don't have to worry because you don't have someone in the basement or upstairs or whatever.
That's
if you're just doing the basement suite and you have the people living upstairs, then okay, well, we need to be a little bit quieter.
Well, see, but that's the toughest part because we experienced that in Lethbridge where we had the house, but there was an upstairs half attic type thing at the peak of the house that somebody was in. And a couple of these ones, even the one that I did see that did have a hot tub, there was a person in the basement. Right. So you have like the whole house, but then someone's in the basement. So you are above them. So you still have to be, no matter what, you still have to be courteous.
Right. So I think it's either rent it for 2 people and just be nice and quiet, and we just go back there and sit down and do a quiet podcast or whatever, or you go whole hog, you rent the whole house, know that you don't have anybody, because you look on YouTube and you watch, maybe Simon Lazotte's blogs or Gannon Burr or whoever. Like there's one night a week or a weekend when they have a pro tour event.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to
all get together.
Oh yeah, Sam will know.
Yeah. Moss Backler or Moss
something like that. He's got the steaks out on the barbecue, and everyone's coming over for the steak barbecue, right?
Right.
So, like, they're playing disc golf in the backyard. They're using the LED frisbees or whatever. So, yeah, I don't think as long as it's not, kicking down fences and throwing beer bottles over fences and stuff like that, then if you're having a party, like, it's just no. Take away the disc golf event. If somebody wants to have a party in their backyard, they have a party in their backyard. It's one night out of a month or whatever. It's not a problem.
Yeah. What do we see in the comments?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of comments. I want to go back through, but Kristen's saying that she had a big place when they went to Clearwater.
Yes.
But it's nicer to hang out at the events and pubs and whatever, and have your own places, your own downtime, which makes sense as well. And the other thing you got to remember, you have this big vision of, let's get Thomas and Sophia and we'll have them over and we'll have all the pros at our house and whoever.
Sam and everybody,
and then say, if you're a Chain Out podcast listener, use the code Chain Out 2026 to get free entry into the whatever it might be. But who's to say that Thomas and Sophia want to do that? Like they have sponsorship, commitments and whatever, and they might want to go off and do something. So you have this vision. It could be if you arrange it and say, hey, Thomas and Sophia, you're willing to stay with us, half price, whatever. But can you eat? We're going to have a barbecue on the Friday night.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I mean, that's looking at it one way. The other way is, yes, stay, use it just for quiet time. And like we heard, there's going to be so much happening. You're probably not going to want to come back to the Airbnb or Vrbo anyway.
Yeah.
You're probably going to want to go and experience everything.
Well, and I can see from Kristen's point of view there with the Clearwater side of it, it's both. It's the, there was one night where Mark and I went over to their place and we all sat on the patio and played a game of asshole or whatever you call it, president.
Jeremy.
Yeah. And we had a good time and we were laughing and having fun. But yet at the same time, Kristen's saying she had to get up at 6 a.m. to make sure she was prepared and ready and to compete for her tea time. So it does have that balance for sure.
Just going back a little bit further, Sam said that he's excited for registration to open. Nationals is going to be a blast. And he, as an individual, is even considering a whole sponsorship just to make sure that he gets entries. So I know I'd mentioned to you about, maybe Chain Out can do something or, after what Dylan said about if you want to make an offer substantial enough.
Make us an offer.
Yeah. I don't know if Chain Out's going to be a title sponsor or anything like that, but a whole sponsor, we've done that before. We sponsored River City Cup. We sponsored She's Up First, maybe. I think we did.
Yeah.
Then
Kristen would tell us if we didn't.
And then
we did volunteer.
Falcon's
that was
Flight.
kind of what we did too.
Yeah.
So, but
I just think I remember seeing. No, maybe we didn't do She's Up First, but we definitely volunteered. I know we got a sign for River City Cup, and we've done Falcon's Flight twice.
Yeah. And I think as well too. I could just see it, couldn't you? Is when you come up to say hole 4, I think was one of the holes Dylan was talking about, and you see this big sign that says Sam Squared.
Mm-hmm,
that would be a great one.
Awesome.
And just has all of Sam's discs that are those oddball discs that he likes, that are like the ones that other people are like, have you ever seen a chickadee? Have you ever seen a this? Have you ever seen a that? Well, I own them all.
Exactly. They're my collection.
That's part of my collection.
Sam says, oh, geez, we're demonetized.
Oh, come on. It wasn't the big one. It was.
That's where this type of stuff happens on Around the Basket, baby. We're just out there.
I was talking about a game. I think it's all context, isn't it?
Yeah. Dylan's in the chat as well. I feel for Rundle. All the hits the poor course took. Yeah, exactly. It did sound a bit like Sam was kind of saying, as much as Rundle is good,
it's a putting
course.
It's
a putting course.
But,
everyone can just birdie every hole.
Well, I think we're talking to the guy who just shot a -7 in deep snow
Yeah.
in horrible stance conditions and still pulled off a -7. So I'm not saying that it's true because I'm not pulling off -7s, but when Dylan can rock
Right.
those, he's a skilled player.
Even in a league night in perfect conditions in the summer, I think guys are shooting minus 13.
Minus 13.
Yeah, 10 to 13, somewhere around that range. Like, I don't think you're birding every hole.
No, I think the what makes Rundle the toughest in my mind, because I should have +8, so I'm nowhere to talk about that it's not hard enough, because it's certainly hard enough for me. But when all of the baskets are in the long positions, it gives the course a lot more teeth in my mind. Like when you're trying to throw hole 6 in the long position and trying to get it down and across, to pull off that 3 takes some more work. If you're putting that if you're putting hole 5 up on the right-hand corner and you're putting the OB behind it, that can be a problem too. So,
Sam, even though I can't do it, Rundle is a birdie or die course. Yeah. And I think even though when you look at hole 8 up the hill, like even if it's in the short position, we're not birdieing it. But extending it back to the back position, I think it's one of those holes where, and I think maybe 6 could be the same, is no matter whether it's in the short or the long, or even if you look at 18, your first shot is not going to make it anywhere near, but your second shot is close enough that then you can make it for the par.
Yeah.
So it's not like being in the long position takes par out of the play either.
No, that's true. That I would agree. And as Dylan's saying there, Rundle being a piece of history, it certainly is. Sure. And we saw that when we were talking to CBJ last year, and he was telling us about, of course, what was it? Pierce Park. So Pierce Park was one of the originals. Canmore was one of the originals. Rundle was one of the originals. So that is Alberta disc golf history.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even so much so that I still hope that at some point, it would be great now that we have the Trail House, is that if we could ever get one of those original Rundle baskets, those funnel ones, like you've seen the pictures, right? Yeah. Those funnel ones. I don't think you'd ever want to leave that out on the course because it could go missing.
Right.
But if it was in the Trail House as like, as we talked about having the history, this was the original basket that was here, and you can maybe putt on it inside the Trail House.
I think for your average golfer, Rundle Park we're lucky to have. It's a great course to play. It's very centrally located. It's a great course. It offers, still offers ups and downs. It still offers tricky holes, offers ace runs. Yeah.
And on top of that, just look at the volume of people that go through it. That's the basket, the saucer basket. Yeah. But look at the volume of people who play Rundle.
Yeah.
And that you can't go on a Saturday unless you go at 8:00 in the morning, and that's when you start your tee time, unless you want to be patient.
Except if you look at 2025, Jeremy.
Okay.
Hermitage was more played than Rundle.
Ooh.
But that was because of construction.
There was construction. And it'll probably flip-flop with the construction coming up at Hermitage this year, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but in any event, the Grand Prairie courses, I don't know what you had heard about them, and I know the guys were talking them up, and it was good to hear. But everything I had heard up until they told me about it was that Grand Prairie's got great courses. They're really hard. Those were the two things that I heard. The courses are great, but they're really hard.
Yeah. That's I had no clue. I maybe in my mind I was thinking they were a bit more park style courses, or I didn't think they were wooded. I didn't think they were as tough as what they were saying. I didn't think they had 10-foot gaps that you had to hit.
Oh, like
30-foot
200-foot, 30-foot, 30-foot wide, 200-foot
tunnels.
That's after your approach.
Yeah.
Like where you get starting to think of like, okay, well, I can understand why it shows MA1 right now as the highest or the lowest amateur. The highest and lowest is MA1, not MA4.
Right.
Right.
Like Kristen said, Sam and Dylan made them sound tough.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. But exciting.
No,
I like a course where you're challenged. Like, it's a bit like Bailey's, where you throw a good shot, you make it land in the fairway, you're great. You hit a tree, you're in jail. You've got to now bogeys on the table.
Yeah. And you know what? That ties in really well with the last 2 nationals that I got to attend, and even last year when, like we both got to attend last year. If you thought about, we talked about it before, was Cedar Creek was a good. We thought it was an easy course until we really played it.
I thought they were easy. I scored 900.
Yeah, there you go. But that's because the rest of us couldn't shoot like you. But the island holes were tough. There were that broken down golf cart hole at Newcastle. Like, let's take Plinko out of the matter. Everybody talks about Plinko, but even the broken down golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
If you could hit that line, very visible, that was probably a 30-foot wide gap if it was, and you had to throw this normal shot, a downhill hyzer. But if you missed it, turned into a double bogey, which I found out. So it aligns well. And then one more thing to bring it back to is that in Clearwater, when we played the ski hill was the same kind of thing. You got rewarded with a good shot, you got punished with a bad shot. And even the course that they put on the golf course, there were these gaps that you had to get out to, and then you were in an open golf fairway, but you had to get through the gap to get there. So I think the way Sam and Dylan were explaining it, it really definitely lines up with the style of courses that should be at a nationals tournament.
Yeah. It will be exciting to go play.
Yeah. And in July, like thinking about that, it's a July 24th weekend. So we're a month out from the longest day of the year. There's going to be people from southwestern Ontario who are not going to be able to understand what's going on. Because it's going to be 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
The sun's starting to go down.
Yeah.
And they're going to be, what is happening up here, guys?
I hear there's a party over the Chain Out podcast house.
No! Yeah, I hear it's going to be a barn burner. You got to get over there. But do you have the code? Are you a special Chain Out listener?
Exactly. What's the secret word? We didn't do secret word again.
Oh, you need me to put that in. Like, I don't know how we engrave it in there.
Well, you had it and used to copy and paste it. But
what it was
season 3 now.
And because it was season 3, I took the outline from like 4 weeks ago, last time we did an interview. So it didn't have secret word in it.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We'll do it. Nobody will comment on this video.
Okay. Well, I think we covered that with the Canadian National side. Anyone else got anything to say on Canadian Nationals before we move on to that one? If you've got something to say, throw it out there. Do you see anything in the comments?
I think, no.
Yeah, it was so fun out on the deck. It really was.
Yeah, just you guys out there on the deck.
Yeah, we had a great time. I think that's part of the experience for me, I guess, maybe to cap it off with the Nationals comments, is any big tournament that I like, and that's kind of why I do like traveling for tournaments, is when you're at home for a tournament, a lot of times you go, you play your round, and then you go on with your day. You go home and you do something else. But when you do travel for a tournament and you're away from home, then you're looking for things to do and you have the time to do it. So that's where you can get those opportunities to either meet players that you haven't met before and start new friendships and relationships, or meet the players from your area and just enjoy each other's company. Go to, like, Dylan's part owner of a brewery.
Right.
That's
trivia night.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing.
Do you think it'll be Friends trivia? Could you imagine? You would dominate.
I would dominate that.
If it was 90s sitcom, or if it was Friends Seinfeld, you take the Friends, I'll take the Seinfeld.
Oh yeah,
we'd kill it.
One exciting thing to think about is if it's the same as it has been at Falcon's flight, where when the Edmonton group go to an event, everyone kind of knows, and we kind of meet up and we're like, hey, we're going to have this event. Edgar is hopefully getting new jerseys this year.
Oh.
So by the time Nationals come out, hopefully Edgar should have new jerseys. Everyone should be wearing their new Edgar jersey. Go to Nationals, we can all meet up and then represent wearing our Edgar jerseys.
That would be great.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. I'm seeing some great comments in the
You're seeing
a
bimple.
I was like, is that all? I almost think you were talking about that earlier today.
It was close.
Was Dylan listening in on our private chat?
No, I talked about it on the podcast.
The bimple? Oh, you did. Okay, I thought that was before.
And it wasn't bimple; it was a bimble.
Right. But yeah, that Dylan's right. That adds to that list of different words that.
Oh, that could be a secret word. Could be the bimble. Yes, correct. Sorry, I wonder where that came in. I know what you're getting excited about.
What's that?
2027 Worlds in Portland.
Yes. And you know why I didn't know that's where it was going to be? And I guess the problem with that is that's Worlds. That's not Masters Worlds.
Right.
That doesn't mean we couldn't go. It just means that you're playing MA2 or something. You're not playing
Masters.
MA40 or MA50 kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to go to a Worlds in Portland, one, it's close. And I've heard, was it just when we were on the other podcast with Zoe? Was it her or was somebody, because Zoe's from the area, but just talking about how that Portland area is some of the best disc golf out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just want to take your microphone and just drop it there and just drop that name?
Which?
Yeah, just Zoe, Oh, everyone knows Zoe, right? When we were on that podcast with Zoe Andike. Yeah.
You know, the Uplay lady.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I know that. Well, yeah, I know Masters Worlds was your dream.
Well, it was what I was thinking.
Minnesota.
It was in Minnesota, and then we passed. It's in Peoria this year. So I'm passing on that. And then the next year, it's like if it's in North Carolina, South Carolina, I want to go there. If it was in Massachusetts, maybe like
Memphis.
where Maple. Yeah, no, like, well, I love the Memphis courses. I don't know if they would
Somewhere
be
in
ready to
Tennessee.
set up for Worlds, but
fair.
I don't need it to be there because I'd be working. I'd rather be somewhere I'm not working.
Well, I'm sure you could schedule
a double trip.
a double
yeah,
trip.
a twofer.
You like a twofer.
I love a twofer. That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of leads good into one of the topics I had for conversation, and I think everybody else would maybe have
Kristen
some thoughts
says
on
that
it.
they're going to go to Portland to spectate.
Oh,
To spectate.
no, that's a good reason to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Worlds.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could see all the pros and relatively close there.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about that, making a vacation out of a Worlds trip,
Yeah.
we've talked about disc golf vacations before,
Have we?
I think, or we thought about them. At least you and I have conversed about them. I don't know if we've talked
Yeah.
about them on the show, but you had sent me out
Yeah.
a video.
You know what?
Do you want to talk about that?
You can just talk about it just for a second or give people the rundown.
Okay. So I was, just minding my own business here. Daryl sends me a message. He's like, check out this documentary. It's really good. And I think what you had said was, if you won the lottery, this is where you would take everybody. And you had me intrigued at that point.
Right?
So then I went out and took a look at it, and it was this one called Malloy. Do you think we're saying it properly? I think they called it Malloy.
I think it's Malloy, yeah.
Yeah.
Just drop the link in the chat. Watch it afterwards. Save the link. If you haven't seen it, it's a Malloy, a disc golf documentary. And it's put on, I believe it's Sweden? No, Norway.
Norway.
It's a documentary about an area in Sweden.
Or Norway.
Even though I just said that. Yeah. So it's in Finland, and it's in Norway. This area is called Malloy. And there's this one guy that's kind of like, he says that he's probably been involved like 1% to 2% of putting all the courses in. But there's so many unique disc golf courses in this area. And they all have, like there's one where hole 1 is the old ski lift. It's the old part of the ski lift setup where you're throwing where the ski lift would arrive, but you're throwing down the mountain to a basket, and it only looks like it's maybe like 100, 150 feet, maybe 200 feet or so.
Yeah, this has got to be 250. I'm thinking.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
I didn't think it looked that far because it was downhill as well. So maybe you're only throwing a putter,
right?
But
if you miss,
you're probably gonna miss, and your disc is gone. It's gone down the mountain. There's no way of getting it back again.
Yeah, you're gonna really have to choose your disc selection well. And many of you might have actually seen that hole because I've seen it featured. They mentioned that in the documentary, but it's been featured on Instagram. Is that when the pros were out in that area or people are out there, they'll show shots because exactly as you said. Some people will give it a rip.
Yeah.
And when they give it a rip and the wind catches that disc, I think it's the furthest they've probably ever thrown a disc. It's got to be thousands of feet that it goes if it's not straight on that line, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's a really good documentary. It tells about the how they just got one course put in and then they got other courses put in, and how I think a bit later on in the documentary, one of the guy says that what they would like to do is offer disc golf packages where you could play 3 or 4 rounds of disc golf in a day and play a different type of course every round.
Right.
So one course you're playing on a ski hill. So you're playing a typical ski hill, up, down, that type of area. The next one you're playing in a wood, like it's a wooded course. Yeah. The next one you're playing where I think he said it's like a 500 or 600 par 4, but you've got a 400-foot straight shot off the tee, and then it goes 300 feet after you get to the bend, sort of thing. So you got to go so far on your first shot just to get to the bend.
Yeah.
And then, and then
they said they had a course, like we're kind of telling everybody about it, but they'll be able to see it, because you got to see it no matter what we say. But one of the things as well with it was they said they built a course that they didn't want a 3 out of 10 course. They didn't want a 4 out of 10 course for difficulty. They wanted a 10 of 10 course for difficulty.
Yeah.
And so they built it, and I think that was one of the holes you were talking about. And then further to that, they went and they did because they get so much sun, they're further north than we are. They get so much sun in the summer that they put together a Barkley Marathons version of a disc golf tournament where you could play 4 rounds, right?
Yeah, maybe explain to people that people don't know what the Barkley Marathons is.
Oh, right. So yeah, if you've never seen the Barkley Marathons, it was kind of featured in a documentary on Netflix, and it was awesome. And it's about this ultra marathon run where your route is roughly designed for you, but you're actually doing a little bit of a hunt, because you're running and you have to rip pages out of books. And what it is it starts in the morning. It's how many laps can you do, and people bow out without even getting the first lap done in some cases.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, in that same fashion or that same style, they developed a disc golf tournament where you start in the morning, everybody starts together, and after the first round, did you get to play a couple rounds before, and it was kind of as it got a little later, people would drop off? Or was it just the fact that people couldn't get past just played the first round and then they're like, I'm not going out again?
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah, but no, it was, exactly. And then, like you said, that was an event that they put on. They had another course that was right next to the lake. Right.
Oh, that they were looking to build? Do you mean that?
Yeah, right next
course?
to the cafe.
Yeah.
Right. And then in the documentary as well, they have interviews with the town mayor, and they're fully on board with the tourism and everything that Frisbee golf will bring into the community and everything like that. And they want to put in more courses, and they see they got the land there. It's such a beautiful land and like a landscape that they can build in. Just, so amazing. Watch it. You'll be amazed. And then you'll realize why, if you won the lottery, you would book a disc golf vacation there as well.
That's right. And, I always throw my ideas out there because you always say they're never happening anyways. But it inspired me. And I was thinking, with that 4-round disc golf course or disc golf tournament that they were doing, we get a lot of sun in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some courses in Edmonton. Do you think we could do like the chain out challenge where you start in the morning, pick your course that we start at, but you have to play Rundle, Hermitage. You got to be an Edga member. So you play Niska and you play Bailey's, and you have to do all 4 courses in one day. Can you get to the end? Not only what is your score, can you actually just play 4 rounds in one day at all those courses?
I'm all on board for that. I think that's a good challenge to start in the morning, play 4 courses. It's almost like if you got on a bus and went and played 4 courses in a day.
You stopped at a brewery along the way, maybe a disc golf store.
But let's just say within Edmonton, if we did a challenge, what do you call it? The chain out challenge, 4 courses in one day.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure about the Nicholas Independent thing and the money and the barbecue and the free burger and everything else that you were going to give away. But it's called an Around the World.
Oh, is it already out there, Dylan? It sounds like it might already be a thing.
Yeah.
So it can't be the chain out challenge. It's the Around the World.
We can host it, and we can, people say that it's a thing, but unless somebody organizes something and says, okay, this is what we're going to do, then we can call it the chain out challenge. It's the
colloquially, is that the word? How you say that word?
Colloquially?
It's known as the Around the World.
Right.
But officially, it's the chain out challenge.
Yeah. No, that would be, I would be up for that.
Yeah. So now,
do you think you could do it? You think you could play 4 courses? Because I know when I first started disc golf, do you remember when we used to go somewhere and practice, and I would say, oh, I don't want to practice too much because I've got to play 3 rounds. And you're like, yeah, but it's 1 a day. Or even if it was 2 one day and 1 the next. And I'd be like, I don't know. By the time I get to Sunday, if I play a practice round and 2 rounds on the Saturday, and then I have to play another round on Sunday, like my arm is going to be killing me.
Well, I think I
used to even do that.
Well, I've noticed though, is as we get going, and I've said it a number of times, Steve Newman's done a lot to try and help me with my throw and my swing and stuff. And with that being said, is that previously with you and I think we were arming our discs a lot more. So we were really ripping, we were really pulling. We thought we had to be so hard with our arms when that's the exact opposite of what we need to be.
Yeah.
So I think the more I get used to being loose and letting my body do the work and everything else, the more rounds I can play. Yeah. So I think it would be better, easier now than it ever would have been back then.
Absolutely. I think maybe we're just better now. Like our muscles are more attuned, whether we're still ripping or over, our muscles are just more attuned to that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Dylan's got the full one. Norwester, Langholm, Niska, Hermitage, Rundle, the Hills. Ooh. But he says scratch the Hills because it's only a 6-hole now.
Gotcha.
But imagine doing all of those.
Yeah.
And Leduc.
And the we can just keep going. The 3 little courses in Sherwood Park. Head out to Mornville and do the little park course. Go to the Spruce Grove, Stony Plain.
Yeah. Jubilee, Dog Rump.
Bailey's. Yeah.
Come and play Beaumont 9-hole as well.
Oh, could you imagine? Well, we're that close to Wetaskiwin.
Sam said he did 6 courses in one day.
Yeah, I think I want to say he and Brody from Calgary met up. And did
that's
that.
Right. Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Well, I guess it's already a thing. Then we don't need to do it.
Well, you don't get a cool chain link if you complete it though.
Yeah, that's something that we've thought about. Whenever we do put on our chain out tournament, whatever it might be, the good thing that we're thinking about is should we tell people the idea?
Yeah, well, this is the group. This is our inner sanctum that we're talking to here. So
if we ever do put on a disc golf event, Jeremy likes to have something of like a keepsake builder or like a trophy builder in regards to you play the event, great, you might get a disc or whatever, but you might get a pendant or a medal with a stamp on it or some sort of memoriam of that. Memoriam? No, that's not right, because that's death.
It's like more like a collecting thing that you earned it, and now it's yours.
So you've got the 2026 Chain Out, whatever it's called, Chain Out Challenge medal.
Well, and you can build with those things in my mind too. It's because it's one of those things is like, hey, do you have one of the 2026 medals? Mm-hmm. Oh, we've got this exclusive thing here. Or people who have the 2026 medals can get in early to this event or something like, if you can produce a medal from one of our tournaments, those types of things, like turn it into almost, it's a collector, it's a currency of sorts too.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my idea.
But then you play next year and you get the 2027 version.
Yeah. And now you've got 2. So you're like double down. Do you have 2 medals?
I like the idea that, I mean, maybe I don't know how many pieces you'd have to split it up into, but I liked, Elizabeth DeVries' idea of the 4 pieces of the mini. I mean, maybe we could do 4 tournaments a year. Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
We're getting way out there now.
Way out there.
If we did 4 tournaments, maybe they're just get out, get rated, a tournament and something else. Mm-hmm. But you get a quarter of a mini or a jigsaw piece, and you have to go to all 4 events. You put them all together, and then eventually you get, the map to the national treasure at the end of it.
I love it.
You find out where anyway,
a different style of chain link. And I was thinking if you link the chain links, eventually you have a necklace or something. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It'd be a lot of tournaments. I don't know if we're going to live that long, my friend.
Yeah, get creative. Use bike chain, timing chain from a Ford Ranger.
Yeah, they always seize up, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those hanging around. Beyond that too, Daryl, when we go back to the whole idea of the Malloy disc golf like vacation spot, I was also thinking about it as like in Canada, you haven't been everywhere, I haven't been everywhere, but we have a better feel of what the disc golf is like in areas. What do you think the must-do vacation? So if you made that same documentary about disc golf in Canada.
Oh, in Canada. They were saying Edmonton.
Yeah, no, that same disc golf documentary in Canada, based on what you and I know right now, where would be the location that you would try to send somebody for a week?
I mean,
because that was most in Norway too. I'm sure Norway's it's not as big as Canada, but it could be as big as almost a province. So I don't think we should go that big. I think we should kind of
I don't think it was
regionalize
that
it a
far.
bit.
I think it was just that Malloy area.
Oh, right.
I don't think it was the whole
Okay.
of Norway. I think it was just that Malloy area.
Right. And
I
everything
mean, I
was-
don't know how big that area was, but
Sure. So maybe let's say places that are within an hour and a
Well-
half drive of each other, from what you know.
you're thinking multiple courses.
Yeah, like if you're going to go away for a week and you're going to get that same kind of experience as
Right.
Malloy, where you get to go and play in these areas.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Because instantly when you say if you're going to, where would you send somebody on a vacation? The first one that springs to mind would be Falcon's Flight, the Aspen Meadows courses.
Oh, like you would just send them there? That's the
Well, that's the thing. Because when you were saying it, I was like, well, the history of the courses, you get to play 2 great courses. They're a little bit different courses. You're on this private property. You're out in the middle of nowhere. So it's not like a city or a park course sort of thing. That's what I was thinking. But then you kind of elaborated to, for a vacation, where could you go and play multiple courses in like an area? I don't know.
Like I think with your Falcons idea, I did talk to a couple guys who had done a trip where they played the top courses in Alberta, or many of them in a day. Like you could I could see you could do Canmore and Sundre in the same day. It starts to get to be a bit of a stretch, I think.
Right. And I think you'd have to pick somewhere in Ontario, I think, or somewhere out east to have multiple courses in close proximity. 'Cause I think even if you look into BC, you're still traveling. Yeah, we've got like Falcons, Raptors Knoll.
Yeah, in Vancouver.
But then, then you might have to go to the island to get the next course, or you might have to go to Canmore, Kamloops. Not Kamloops.
Well, you end up like Victoria in those places and you can go around there. But what ends up happening is that you would never say that all of those courses in that Vancouver area are high quality. Like where they're must plays. Like Raptors must play. But how many of the other courses are must play or they just happen to be there? Whereas I think you had just mentioned it here, is I'm thinking Cranbrook, and I don't know that area super well, but what I do know is I know Radium and I know Cranbrook, and I know I've played Nipika, and I know Wycliffe gets lots of love. And even too, is if you just crossed the border, because when we talked to Casey, he had said it wasn't far to get to Caliber. So you might be able to, in that week, you've got this stretch where you're never driving more than an hour a day, and you're picking up 2-3 high quality courses. And I think we did that little report in our news about Creston wanting to get their full 18-hole course. And when we were reading about that, was that area. And every other community in that area had an 18-hole course.
But would you say they're must-play courses, though?
I don't know. But I do know Wycliffe is, from what I've heard. I do know Nipika is from experience, and I know Caliber is. So if they're in that stretch, I would say that's your north to south in your week.
So on your Canadian disc golf vacation, you're going to send someone down to America?
Yes.
No, wrong button. Wrong button.
On a relaxing cruise, however, the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island. Unfortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
No.
Well, when I go to Caliber...
I value your opinion, but you're wrong.
There you go.
The technical wizard strikes again.
I haven't used it in a while. We had some great comments in the chat. Sam's saying if you could tell anyone to go anywhere for a disc golf vacation, he'd go to Belize. I know Sam went to Belize, played... I don't know if he got a chance to play with Randy Duke or just played...
I don't think he played with Randy. He had said, but he did get a chance to talk to him or like to message with him.
Yeah.
But he did play down there.
Dylan, obviously, you're going to go somewhere where it's got high quality courses. South Carolina.
Yes,
that would be a good vacation spot. You're going to hit world class courses down there.
Well, you hear all from the Foundation boys, right? You hear about what is it, Ivy and London Tech.
Yeah.
New London.
Ivy. Yeah.
Yeah, so you hear about those courses and so many courses down there. I think what you'd find is because they're well-established 365-day-a-year courses, and they've been around since the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I just think, you're going to be able to find a good collection of high-quality courses.
Kristen's saying you could do Calgary, Canmore, and Sundre. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, if I'm saying a week and you're driving within an hour of each other, now we're talking about a different story. You could take that section.
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess where do you draw the line of what's a must-play course versus, well, if you're in the area, you know, you could hit Sundry, you could hit Canmore, you could also go to Calgary, you could play a couple courses there, whether they're, if you're in Canada, you got to play these courses before you leave. But if you're grouping, that's an area to kind of
if you're just looking for the trip.
Yeah.
But I would say outside of Calgary, I haven't played Lloyd, but I have played WJ Homestead, and I feel that one is a must play. There's a top of the world shot, and it's a must play amateur course. If you're a pro, then you probably pass on it. But if you're an amateur like we are, and that's what we're talking, it's a must play. There's just standing on their top of the hill shot or top of the world shot. You look around, you can see the mountains, you can see the valley, and then you throw and you see what a disc does when you try to drop hundreds of feet of elevation.
Right. Kristen agrees that South Carolina, Georgia, there's a reason it's much bigger in the States, dozens of must-play courses minutes apart. Dylan, those courses out east that were on Simon's blog sound fun. The New Brunswick news course that we know that Ben Smith is putting in there, the ski hill. Nipica is a love.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so jealous you got to spend nights there, Kristen. Dude, it was sick. I think they're just having a conversation now.
4 or 5 nights they had
Sam
at Nipica.
said,
I had a 2-night stay at Nipica.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anybody who loved disc golf as much as I did. So I had some people, but not the people who really truly appreciated what Nipica had to offer.
Right. Then Sam said, "Oh, Canadian vacation," and Kristen said, "Yeah, okay, America sucks." With dogs, it's legit top.
Are we just going to read the whole comments? Is that what we're doing?
Well,
now?
they're all comments opinion. This is what Around the Basket is. We evolved the chat.
Oh, Kamloops, though. You know what? Sam's got a really great point on the Kamloops side, is because they have the new Dick Hart course, which has got lots of good buzz around it.
Yeah.
Rose Hill.
Killer.
Mac Island, I think it's a staple. It's like a Rundle, I believe. I didn't really get a chance to play it. I walked a bit of it because it wasn't in my time when I was there.
Yeah.
And then Logan Lake, with what Brett Hanna is doing out there, they've got 3 courses there now.
Yeah.
3 courses in Logan Lake, and Logan Lake has got nothing for people. But what they do have is they have a mine there. And I can't, it's off the top of my tongue right now, or it's not on the tip of my tongue.
It's off the top of your tongue?
It should have been on the tip of my tongue, but it's off the top of my tongue now. It's left. But anyways, Tech Mine, I think it's Tech, Teck. But anyways, they've given a lot of money to the group to help them build some of the courses. So it's kind of nice when you're in a small town with a big business that wants to give back to the community. So
yeah.
But
all great places. And I guess we do have, it's hard to say this is a must-play course because somebody can go there and play it and say, yes, it's a fantastic course. Someone else can go there and say, oh, I didn't like it. It was too tough. It's too windy. It's too, so.
And someone else can just appreciate the fact they went on a disc golf trip.
Copper Mountain or Smith.
Yeah. SMTH.
Yeah.
There you go. But that's good. Yeah. Good conversation on that. That was kind of some of the main things I wanted to chat about. Did you want to hit on anything more? Do you want to see if we're getting the chat involved in this one?
Yeah.
Chat, is it a discal night? Are you guys up for it? If you're up for it, we can do it. You've got it ready to go?
I can get it ready to go.
Well, let's see if they're up for it.
I'm the tech guy. I can get anything ready to go.
All right.
Has anybody played Distal in a while? I played it yesterday and I posted it on our Patreon.
Oh, did you?
We have a
I didn't see that.
Thanks for stopping by. We on our Patreon we have a couple of chat sections. One of them was dedicated to Distal when it seemed like every day 4 people were putting, or 4 or more people were putting their guesses in there and how good they got it. I got it after 1 guess. I got it after 3. Today's sucked. I should have got it earlier. Like it was the most interaction we've had. But we used to do it. Kristen says she's out for the game.
She's out. Well, she's been there since the start of the Chain Out episode. Well, actually, Sam and Dylan as well.
Oh,
so.
Kristen, you had to go and tease me.
All right. Well, it looks like Sam's in. So, Kristen, enjoy the hot tub. Say hello to Tim for us. Sam, Dylan, let's do it. Let's crunch this out.
All right. Let's bring it up.
And what I'm thinking is I haven't done it probably since the last time the 4 of us did it together. So I thought, why not?
All right.
I love it.
Okay. We're going to bring it up. We got it right here.
Okay.
Look at that.
I think, Sam, you get the honors, my friend. How would you like to start us out?
Kristen, why don't you have a guess before you leave? Throw out a disc.
Oh, she could just throw us under the bus, though. She could give us like
That's fine.
A 14 speed.
If Kristen, if you've already gone, Sam, if you're there, if you want to throw out the first disc, and then Dylan, you can take over from there.
Yeah, and then we'll jump in there.
I don't want to say what it was when I guessed, just in case.
No, because somebody might want to guess it today.
Well, I don't think they will, but just in case I played it this morning and not yesterday, and it might actually be. No, it couldn't be because I would be logged in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sam is going with, what does the letters mean? The M means the manufacturer. The S is then speed, glide, turn, and fade.
That's right.
So we're going to go with anchor from Sam. And what that'll tell us, when we guess, it'll tell us if we've got the right manufacturer. So we know it's not...
Who makes the anchor?
Anchor is the Latitude 64. So we know it's not... If it was yellow, then it would be part of that trilogy. It could be Dynamic Disc, Latitude 64, or Westside.
Mm-hmm.
If it was Axiom, MVP, or Streamline, that would be kind of yellow as well. But it's telling us it's not any of that trilogy. The speed is more than an anchor. So the anchor is a 5-speed. So it's black.
It's quite a bit more.
Yeah, so it's quite a bit more than that. Yellow for glide means it's probably a 5 glide.
Mm-hmm.
0 turn, so it's more turn, which means it's -1 or -2.
Mm-hmm.
Less fade probably means it's about a 2. So I reckon we're looking at like a 7-6 -2 1.
I was thinking, what if we got to a 10?
You want to jump
because
up
of the
that high?
speed, like a beast. Or...
Okay, Kristen says she's in now.
Oh, she's in now.
Yeah, she's back in. We thought Kristen was out, but we pulled her back in.
We pulled her back in.
Okay,
so
Dylan,
6 plus glide.
It's on you, Dylan.
Oh yeah, 6 could. Well, no, it could be 5 glide because it's yellow.
No, speed is black, so it's way. It's going to be
way more speed. But the glide.
Oh,
could
glide.
Be 5.
Sorry,
could be 6.
Yeah.
So we could look at like a.
Okay. Kristen's in. She's going to go Hades.
Oh. I was going to go river.
Well, it's not your turn.
Oh. Well, we'll see. What's Hades?
Let's see.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we got Discraft. So we now know it's Discraft, and we know it's a true fade.
Okay.
We know it's more glide than 6, but only a little bit. So we're probably looking at 12-7. Less turn, so
more
-2.
Speed than 12?
Yeah, so 13.
What's it?
Oh, yeah, sorry. You're right. So
more speed
13,
than a 12. So it's a 13 or a 14.
So it's a 13-5, -2-2.
Yes. 13-5.
-2-2.
Or -1.
Or -1.
-2
so
or
Dylan,
-1. 13-5, Dylan, in
on
Discraft.
a Discraft. You must know Discraft. 13-5, -2-2. I'm going to say that is the disc that Uncle Steve uses. And I forget what it's called, but if he puts...
Oh, well, Dylan will know.
Oh, Kristen says she knows it now.
Well...
Hey, Kristen, if you want to get in there, if you put your guess in the chat, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, get this. She's giving Dylan the step there.
I'm pretty sure he throws a 13 speed -2-2, and I'm pretty sure it's from Discraft, and it was the one that he lost at the get rated.
Oh, that he spent yeah. He was looking at that. He did find it.
That was the one his wife got him for Christmas.
Right. Are you sure that's what it is, though?
No, I just think it is.
Oh. I'm trying to think so when we were talking, like, the Boss is not...
That's Innova.
What is the one that everybody sets their records with?
The Boss.
It is the Boss.
Yeah.
Okay, there isn't a Discraft one?
Crank?
Well, I couldn't tell you.
I don't... all right, we're gonna go with the Crank.
It used to be or is it the super stable crank? Or is that what does the SS usually mean? Super stable?
Super stable.
Yeah.
That's what I say anyway. Because OS is overstable. Yeah.
Woo woo.
Get in there, Dylan.
Nice work,
there
Dylan.
You go. 13-5, -2-2.
Great job, team. We did not have to do anything.
Yeah.
We just had to talk.
Well, let's share those results.
Yeah.
Let's copy that. Let's go over to our Patreon. If you look over on the left-hand side, you'll see chats. I don't know if it looks like on yours as well. Over on the left-hand side, then you'll see that we have a disc dull chat. If you click in the disc dull, once you share your results, you can just go ahead and hit paste.
Around the basket, team. kills it. It's actually not even us. Like, again, we're just facilitating this one.
There you go. Put it in the chat. And that is now available for everybody else to see.
Yeah, great work. Well, that's an awesome start to the second season of Around the Basket. How do you feel?
It was good. It was a good chat. We had good interaction from the chat. Everybody was involved. Lots of great topics about having a party at Nationals.
Yes. And you know what is another great thing?
Getting demonetized.
Yeah, exactly. I think what would be awesome is I'm pretty sure that Kristen has a practice area in the backyard there. And I bet if she took that practice piece of equipment,
he's going to go straight into
put it in the center of the hot tub, we could all go over to Kristen's.
Yeah.
We could sit in the hot tub and we could be
around the basket. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.